Previously on Live to Give, Corcoran Clash. When it was announced that the merged tribe would break up into 2 different groups of 5, the game was completely flipped on its head.
It's crazy to be back in 2 tribes because we were anticipating playing a single game, so this creates a weird structure.
For some, the twist was a dream.
Yeah, so that twist was absolutely nuts. It was pretty much worst case scenario, or at least I thought so in my head. I talked to Jesse and I was really happy to find that he at least seemed to be like super gung-ho about getting Elder out.
But for others, the twist was a complete nightmare.
This whole tribe switch thing kind of messed a bunch of stuff up because we had a solid main 4 being myself, Ellie, Jesse, and Nicole.
But now our alliance of 4 has been split 2 and 2.
And for Derek at Exile, the twist meant securing an advantage for himself in the game.
3 votes. At the next tribal council you will get to participate in, you will be given 2 extra votes. However, one of those extra votes will count as a self-vote. Okay, so the advantage is basically I get 2 extra votes at tribal council, but one of them is a self-vote that's going to go against me. I don't know. I'm going to have to work to stay off the radar.
Back at camp, Bobby wanted to make a big move and get out Ellie and approach Serena.
If me, you, and Brandon stick together and get Ellie out, that's going to crumble him because you know he's sitting in the final 2 with her right now.
Yeah.
There being only 5 of us and 2 big powerhouses being Nick and Ellie, the dynamic duo, we're going to call them. It's bullcrap.
Nicole wanted to make a big move and get out Elder and approach Jesse.
Are you okay with taking Elder?
Take them out? Absolutely.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yep.
I want to go vote out Elder because I want to win. And the farther we get along in this game, the more I want the final $5,000 prize.
Thus, making Serena and Jesse the swing votes. And at Tribal Council, Serena aligned with Bobby and Brendan to blindside Ellie.
Ellie, Charter spoken.
And following, Jesse aligned with Nicole and Maggie to blindside Elder.
Elder, Charter spoken.
Good game, guys.
Losing 2 of his main allies, Nick felt the punch, but in his pocket remains the ultimate secret weapon, a hidden immunity idol. 9 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
That one was less about you, and we just knew that there was just no chance she was going to come to any of us but you. So we just felt like she had to go.
That's fair. My game is totally over. I really relied on Ellie to deliver the news that she wanted to make a final 3 with Serena and Maggie, but then Ellie slept all morning. I woke her up 3 times and said, Ellie, you gotta go do this before Tribal. You gotta go do this before Tribal. You gotta go do this before Tribal. Nothing happened. You should have just talked. Ellie, come on. Why didn't you just talk to them? To be young. It was a good play.
Yeah. And it didn't help that 2 tribals ago, she throws my name out there as I'm standing next to her without realizing it.
Because Brendan's gonna be an easy vote so we can save him until later.
Me?
Oh.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Ellie and Nick thought they had me on that one because they thought that I'd put the differences aside to realize that Bobby and Derek can be threats, but there was just no way I was ever going to be on their side. And then hopefully Nick comes begging me for a little bit of mercy because that would be just poetic. So that kind of gameplay is just kind of sketches you out a little bit as well.
Brendan and I have been in the same tribe since the very beginning, and it's really funny because both of us are trying to get each other out every single round. It's every single round we're trying to take shots at each other. He's got 9 lives, honestly. We try to take him out every single time, but to no avail. He's probably gonna make it to the end. It's in Brendan's best interest to knock me out. You know, he's been after me for ages, so there's zero trust there. There's zero chance of motivation. I tried to test that with this time around, seeing like, hey, will he vote with us? No, he won't. He won't vote with us.
Well played, everybody. Well played. That was a good for show vote right there. I mean, that was. Ellie was really tight with Nick, and in my opinion, Nick thought that was the final 2. So, and they were a power couple. The problem was, Nick was doing all the work. Ellie wasn't doing crap. You can't win this game if you don't talk to people.
That's a final 9. Woo! 9. I was very conflicted going in whether I should go with Bobby or Ellie, but it was like Ellie slept all morning. She didn't talk to anybody. She just kept sleeping. It was like, wake up. If you're just like a pawn for like Nick to vote with, then it's not gonna work for me.
We're doing it for the viewers.
That's it.
We already know none of us are going to win.
Do it for the vine.
Yeah.
I've been voting pretty steadily with Elder, so this will make it for a struggle for me, to be honest. I mean, I lost my #1 wingman, so I'm not sure what to do. I'm definitely a target now. I'm a huge target. I might go so far as to say, despite having relationships with everybody, I have 0 friends. I just feel like I'm now a little bit isolated and on my own, just based on their perception that I was pretty tight with Elder.
It's the game.
It's the game.
It absolutely is the game.
Yep. He was a phenomenal player.
Absolutely. I commend him. We've been tight since the beginning, and although we have very different styles.
For me, it was a simple vote, and it wasn't personal, because I truly think that at this point, you need to play with people you know and people you already have established relationships with. I love Jesse, and we've been super close, and I've played the whole game with Maggie. I have never talked to Elder. He has never once approached me. He's never once wanted to talk to me until he knew his name was on the chopping block.
There was never any deceit, which I love. We can still do this game and just play our best game.
Just had to make sure I had to get Elder out, because that was the one and only shot to split up that duo of Elder and RJ. Elder is a great player, and I've been waiting to get him from, honestly, the minute 1. I just recognized how good of a social player he is and a strategic player, and I was like, he's a gamer, he's got to go.
I think it's possible to not be an absolute asshole and still
I couldn't be an asshole, especially to you.
So, time will tell. The game carries on. We're down to 10.
9. There's 6 of us here. Nick wandered off.
Oh my god, that was so nerve-wracking, but I'm so happy about what happened. Now I'm ready for the immunity challenge. I'm ready to start talking to people again now that we kind of drew the line. I think it'll be good.
Like, I knew it was going to be crazy. I never thought it would be this emotional and this anxiety producing.
Yeah. This was an emotionally tough travel for me. No, I'm good. I'm good. It was 2 blindsides right in a row, and it was like boom, boom. I was like, oh, that one hurt. This is the first time that I'm actually not in full control of my destiny. I've had to rely on people in the past, but this is actually the first time that I'm like, okay, time to strap on the boots, because this is Survivor. Like, it's time to play. So I gotta really try to win immunity, and if I don't win immunity, I might be playing that idol next round.
All right, Hennepin, come on in. First things first, can I get immunity back? Cool. This time there'll only be 1 immunity back up for grabs. As stated, first and foremost, we need to bring Derek coming back from Exile Island. Woo! Derek getting your first look at the new merged tribe. Ellie and Elder voted out at the last tribal council. All right, are you guys ready to get to your next community challenge?
Yes.
This next challenge is a lip to give a favorite, and it's called Touchy Subjects. Here's how it will work. Each of you will fill out a questionnaire full of statements. You must respond to each statement with the name of a player still in the game that you believe the statement best describes. Just a reminder, for this aspect of the challenge, you will be filling out your own opinion. We will then tally everyone's totals. Then, for the next part of the challenge, we will all be asking you those statements again, this time together as a group. When we ask you this time, you must fill out who you think the majority of people filled in for the given response. If you guess correctly, you will have the opportunity to remove someone's life from this challenge. Each person has 3 lives in this challenge, and once you lose them all, you are out. The last person standing will win immunity, being guaranteed safety at the next tribal, and will have a 1 in 8 shot of taking this game for the win.
Just remind you of homework?
Yes, this is difficult.
All right, are you guys ready for this challenge? Do you understand how it works?
Yes.
Okay. First question. Who here is the biggest threat to win the game? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, reveal. The correct answer to who is the biggest threat here to win the game is Nick. Nicole, Bobby, Jesse, and Nick. All right, Maggie, you'll start here. Bobby, you're up. Bobby rips Nick for his second tile. Nicole takes a shot at Brendan. Brendan's down to 2. Jesse takes Nick out of this challenge. Nick, you still have a shot to put a dent on somebody. Now is your time. Nick goes for Brendan.
I didn't think you'd do that one.
Brendan's down to 1. That's 1. Next question. Who here is playing the worst game? Reveal. Everyone says Brendan except Bobby, who says Serena, and Jesse, who says Maggie. The correct answer is Brendan. Okay, everyone except Bobby and Jesse gets a hit. Maggie, you can go first. Maggie takes Brendan out of this challenge. Derek takes one of Jesse's pictures. Brendan, this is your last. Wait. Brendan takes one from Nicole.
This sucks.
5, 4, 3. Nicole goes for Bobby. Serena, you're up. Serena taking one from RJ. 5. RJ returns the favor, takes one from Serena. All right, next question. Who here thinks they're playing the greatest game but really isn't? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Show me the answers. Oh, we are all over the board. Jesse, Bobby, and Maggie say Bobby. Derek says Jesse. RJ says Serena. Serena and Nicole say Nick. Correct answer to who here thinks they're playing the greatest game but really isn't is Nick. All right, Nicole, you're up first. Nicole takes one from Derek. Serena rips RJ's second. Next question. Who is someone that you would like to keep in touch with after this weekend? 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer to who here would you like to most keep in touch with after this weekend is Jesse, Nicole, you are the only one to get it right this round. Nicole, who will Nicole go after? Bobby takes his second hit. He's down to 1. Next question. Who do you currently think is the jury's favorite player? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer to who do you think is currently the jury's favorite player is Derek. Bobby is the only one to get this question right. 2. Bobby evens it out. All right, next question. Who always needs to be the center of attention? Derek Bobby, Nicole Bobby, Serena Bobby. Jesse says Brendan, RJ, and Bobby say Nick. The correct answer to who always needs to be the center of attention is Nick.
Get up, get up, get up. You're good.
Bobby and RJ get a hit.
Thanks, guys.
RJ, you want to go first? RJ, who will RJ hit? RJ rips Nicole's face off the board. Bobby. Nicole out of this challenge. Following Paula's unanimous answer last year, who is the most emotional person left? 3, 2, 1, reveal. Maggie, RJ, and Jesse score a point. Jesse, you'll go first. Jesse takes Bobby out of this challenge. Bobby, go have a seat. RJ goes for Serena. Serena now with 1 left. 2. All right, Maggie takes Derek. Thing. Next question. Who here has a final tool deal with everyone? 3, 2, 1, reveal. Who here has a final tool deal with everyone? Everyone says Nick except Derek says RJ. The correct answer too. Who here has a final tool deal with everyone is King Nick. Everyone gets a hit except don't erase your board. Except Derek. Jesse takes Derek out of this challenge. Derek, go have a seat. Jesse, RJ. RJ takes Jesse's picture. Serena takes RJ out of this challenge. RJ, go have a seat. Maggie takes Serena out of this challenge. Serena, go have a seat. Next question. Who most likely stayed up all night looking for an idol? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Jesse and Maggie both say Nick. Nick is the correct answer. Maggie takes Jesse's last picture. Jesse, you're out of this challenge. Maggie wins individual immunity. Congrats. Congratulations, immunity is yours.
Okay, smile.
Guaranteed a 1 in 8 shot of winning this game. Everyone else, scramble on.
That was a fun game.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, the equivalent of a popularity contest.
It's a weird vibe.
I know, I know. Especially
Everyone's
that
processing,
challenge.
like,
yeah, like
now I know.
how am I
Think about it
being
too much.
perceived?
Yeah.
After that travel challenge, yeah, you can't really think about it.
No.
I have a lot of anxiety about people not liking me, and I've always kind of had that. And something that really stuck out to me was the fact that I was voted the person who people want to like keep in contact with afterwards, which I really appreciate because I've let a lot of relationships fall in the past. So the fact that everyone like said that they would want to keep in contact with me after the show it really means a lot to me.
because, I mean, I'm an extrovert introvert. I get my energy from being alone, so like, I operate pretty well independently. So the fact that like I can see that people like me, and it's definitely eye-opening. And all the doubts I have in my head and stuff about people like not liking me and thinking I'm like this, that I'm all the things the awful voices like in my head say that I am sometimes. Like the fact that like people are actually like showing that they do like me regardless of the outcome of this game, it means a lot.
I know,
Yeah, well, like you haven't been.
I've cried once.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have been like super.
But I'm probably like the most.
So I couldn't like.
I don't know.
No, yeah, some of it didn't apply for like anything.
Who had immunity? Nicole did. Who had the other immunity? You did. Oh, you did? That one. You saved yourself? That's pretty selfish. You prick. When I came down the hill and saw that Ellie and Elder were out, I thought, well, that's really good for me because both of them guys were in an alliance that I was worried about coming back to. So right away I was happy. I was like, oh, this is good for me. And then we got back to camp after the challenge. I obviously didn't win immunity, and then it was like, Derek's got an idol going around everywhere. Kind of something that I guess I was naive about. I didn't think that they would like just throw it around. So then it had me worried. So who are you guys thinking? You got a name in mind? I'm open. I don't think Nick's got numbers, but if he's got Jesse, he's got Nicole.
I wouldn't be too sure about that.
Here's the main issue. I was hoping that we just have Serena and Maggie.
Is that Rain? That's Rain.
Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna try and talk to Serena and Maggie and see kind of what they're doing because they're.
Well, see if we can get one of them to the side now, and then I'll go talk to you.
Yeah. Okay.
I figured we did.
I get an extra vote.
That's what I figured.
But also an extra vote goes to me. Really? The advantage that I have is actually a disadvantage. I have to write my own name down. But then I also get 2 votes. It's kind of a disadvantage because I'm writing my own name down and I haven't seen my name get written down yet. So then I thought I could split my votes. And that's what I'm planning on doing because we think that Nick could possibly have an idol. I have to write my own name, so if we're stuck on a split, I'm not. Because technically I get my vote plus an extra one.
Plus your vote and extra
one for me.
So you get your vote.
An extra one.
An extra one.
And then I have to write my name down.
Right now, in my eyes, my main alliance is Derek. He's been honest with me from day one. As soon as he got back from Exile Island, he let me know about his advantage, his votes and everything. So I feel like I can trust him. We just have to see how it plays out.
It's called fashion. Look it up.
It's excellent. It's a monotone. So like legitimately I do like you guys. I do want to work with you guys. I want to see you guys get as far as possible. So I'm a vote, basically. Wherever you guys want to vote for, I'll do it. There's 9 people left. The 3 of us, which is myself, Jesse, Nicole, we're still a very tight 3. If we can still pull in Serena and Maggie, that's 5. 5 is bigger than 4. We might be able to do this thing still.
We'll go out here. Sorry.
The 5 would be targeting whoever Maggie and Serena want to target. I'm not really sure, but whoever they see as the biggest threat to their game, that's who we should be going for.
Whether you guys believe me or not, I do not have an idol.
I know it's such a shitty position.
I know. I'm just saying, take it for what it's worth, but
I know.
I really have not lied yet. Now, if I had one, I don't know, it might be different, but I'm just saying, I don't have one.
Dealing with someone who might have an immunity idol is very tricky. You know, unless you actually see it too, you don't know if they're bluffing. So yeah, you just like really never know, and that's always something you have to keep in mind.
Is it weird that I believe her?
Who is Marcus moving on Derek? That's the main question.
I feel like Nick just lost his closest ally in Ellie. So I feel like we all have Nick's number. And he hasn't been winning immunity. He won 1. And I feel like it would be a better move for us to break up this duo while we can. I mean, we could split the votes between Bobby and Derek. Because I'm assuming there's, if anything, there's 1 idol there.
Nick probably is an idol, right?
I'm not sure.
Like you would. I mean, based on like the game we just played too, like everyone would.
So Nicole and Maggie are super worried about Nick potentially having an idol. And that's not good for me. That's not good for my game.
I still think the biggest threat is Nick, but I need him around to make sure that people don't target me, because I need to use Nick as a shield.
What I want my alliance to focus on right now is splitting up Derek and Bobby.
Well, it's just a matter of getting the steam and the numbers behind it right now, because we have Derek back from Exile, so he might have an idol, a clue, an advantage, some type of thing that we have to be wary about.
So ideally, we'd split the vote between Derek and Bobby, and if Derek plays some sort of idol that he got from Exile for himself, then we'd be sending Bobby home, and that duo would finally be split up.
You try to Bobby.
I think everyone would be on board for that.
I think everyone would be.
So I think it's just that we want to make, yeah, because we want to make Derek and Nick think it's them.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we need one more person with us?
So we have 9. Yeah, so we have 3 right here. I feel like we need Serena. I feel like we need should we loop in Brendan? Are we gonna target? So there's a lot of things here. But like if we're keeping a duo.
Can I jump in on this? Is it cool to jump in on this?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. I don't think Derek has it.
You believe him?
I do, actually. But I don't see why we wouldn't just put it towards somebody else. Derek next round if he doesn't play it.
I mean, I'm at peace with voting for me.
Yeah, I think it's a great move.
I think that's good because I feel like we still need this.
Yep. They're a huge threat.
So it's us 5, meaning myself, Nicole, Jesse, Maggie, and Serena, against the other 4 who aren't really aligned right now. RJ, Bobby, Derek, and Brendan. And they're kind of a ragtag 4. It's going to be tricky for them to coalesce and actually get together the amount of votes necessary to take us out, because they're going to have to pull somebody like Serena. And Serena's going to have to feel comfortable going up against those other guys in the final. I actually think their best shot to win would be going up against people like Jesse and Nicole, who haven't really done much in the game. And that was strategic. That I planned from the very beginning. I wanted to align with people that weren't really doing much, because I could very easily keep them loyal as votes, and when the time came, no one else could really use them. So it becomes a very powerful voting block that I have that can't really go anywhere else.
I'm just telling you, I'm like, I don't have the idol, so I'm worried when everybody starts throwing my name out there.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because it sucks.
It sounds like.
But if we can get numbers.
Are you joining or you go
Yeah.
privacy?
No, I think we're okay. We're just talking about the Nick.
So is there a target on Nick now?
I haven't heard that yet.
Okay.
The only target I've heard is me.
Oh, really?
Because everybody thinks I have an idol.
Oh.
I'm
Well, I can ask you and you can deny it or say yes or
I
no.
do not have
one. The other person I've heard has it, and he has looked the hardest is Nick. He got up a bunch last night, and he got up early this morning. He went for a water a lot. He's nervous. So does he have one? If he's still looking, does he have one?
He's nervous. Somebody's still aligned with him.
Yeah.
I think the target's definitely going to be on Nick. I think he feels weak and vulnerable. We have about 15 minutes to vote, so we'll see. I'm worried. I'm very worried, but I'm not going to let it get me rattled. Heard any names, Brendan?
I think everybody knows the person I want out of this game. I would have gotten him last round, but he won immunity, so we had to take out Ellie instead. I don't know how close Nicole and Nick still are, but when I got voted out, that's Nicole's the one that you saved by doing that. That him and Ellie and Jesse, that's how she got with them originally. She was the one that was supposed to be gone. She was the only girl there. Then they got rid of me. So I have to believe that she's probably gonna still be pretty close with him too. But I haven't really seen them interact as much since we kind of merged.
I haven't actually either.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Nicole and talk that much, but
I know,
but they may not need to talk directly.
Yeah, since they all still think the cockroach that keeps fighting is playing the worst game. Now that I'm getting a little bit of footing, I mean, now hopefully they keep thinking that, so I can keep staying in, and now we can keep kind of making the moves I've been wanting to take. Like if this current vote goes now how they're kind of talking, that's just killing another giant right there that I'm a part of. I really hope that the girls are not lying and don't try to go after Derek and flush an idol that may not even exist. And even if it does, I just want Derek in because he's one of my only shots. Otherwise, maybe they just come after me. But at this point, who cares? I expect it every time.
Because if they're saying Nick, we jump on that.
It just worries me because we do still have that duo of Bobby and Derek.
Exactly.
We all have Nick's number. He has no one now. He lost his number 1 ally. So, like, Nick is going to be scrambling for sure. And like, if we can scoop him up and use him for, like, just to get rid of some of the duo over there, and then Nick afterwards.
Yeah.
If the girls, like the 3 girls vote Derek, 3 guys vote Bobby. But, like, if we do have to re-vote, we have the numbers in the tie. So we have to keep that in mind as well.
There are a lot of big players still in the game. I'm sure that Derek has some kind of advantage, if not an idol, but right now people are like trying to split up duos, and if I can keep, Bobby and Derek around for one more round, hopefully like Maggie and I will, get through it. Me and Maggie are definitely like looking to be final 2. Obviously, she's been on every single tribe that I've been on, and we just have to figure it out, but I feel like people need our votes right now.
Final 2, baby, right here.
Who do you choose from? I just don't want to tie it up and then get screwed over.
Yeah. Is there any way that could happen?
I don't know. I don't think so at this point. But it's so hard to run through every scenario. I would love a final 3 with like me, Maggie, and Nicole. Just trying to figure out how to get there right now. But I would like a all girls final 3 would be pretty cool.
Put the votes on Nick. But then in case idols are good, and we still have our Bobby, we still have Derek. I would just leave Jesse.
I gotta talk to Jesse.
Yeah, is he over there?
I'm with you, guys. So I'm with you. Cool. I've been wanting to talk to you.
Yep.
So, like,
I just don't want to play my idol wrong.
So I still have a hidden immunity idol, but there's 9 people left, and I need to last 6 rounds. 1 hidden immunity idol isn't going to do very much for 6 rounds, especially when my allies are going to get picked off one by one pretty quickly. So I got to figure out a new plan if I want to stay in this game. I think the bigger key here is Jesse. Of course, I'm gambling with my life here, but when am I not? This is Survivor, so pretty excited about this next bit.
I will now bring in the members of the jury. Kim, Shane, Sarah, and Ellie and Elder voted out at the last tribal council. So at this last round, you both were split up into tribes of 5. Derek, you went to Exile overnight by yourself. Tell us about that experience.
It was cold and quiet, but I was able to get some sleep because I didn't have to worry about people game playing, like getting up and walking off in the middle of the night. I missed the late night conversations with people, so I had no idea. When I walked down the hill this morning, I was in shock.
So, Jesse, with this game constantly changing, Derek being gone, he said he didn't know what's going on. It was very apparent last tribal that neither did Elder or Ellie. So, is it apparent that even him being gone potentially couldn't have been as big as a disadvantage as it may seem?
Yeah, this game is constantly changing. There's going to be a lot of different alliances that form and a lot of alliances that crumble, and it's just kind of going to be the way of the game. So the fact that he was able to step away from it and then come back into it, and then he can be utilized for other people, I think that's almost an advantage to him, for sure.
At first I thought, yeah, it is an advantage going over there because I don't know what's going on. When I came back and saw who got voted out, I was like, okay, this is sitting good for me because I was uncomfortable with some of those people. You know what I mean?
Ellie and Elder?
Yeah. Until Derek's Got an Idol comes out. And everybody thought I had an idol because I was out there.
I guess we all just assume that there might have been an idol there. He says that he did not find an idol, but I think that, you don't know who to trust sometimes.
If I could come up here in my underwear and not bring a bag to prove to you that I don't have an idol.
Take it off.
Yeah!
Jesse, how do you trust someone's word, even if it's true in this game?
It's hard to trust someone 100% in this game, but you just have to look back on your history with them and the votes that you've been on and the alliances that you formed and the relationships that you've built, and their word is their word, and like at this point in the game, like you're gonna have to really rely on that.
So Serena, you said you have to rely on people's words. I see Kim had to rely on people's words. Shane, Sarah, Ellie, and Elder, and all 5 of them got screwed. How do you actually rely on people's words with 9 people left and only one of you will actually
Well,
make
what
it
else?
to the end?
What else are you gonna do? Just not rely on their words and freak out and vote yourself out? No, you're just gonna do it and keep playing and keep adapting.
And let the cards fall where they may?
Yeah.
So, Brendan, how do you kind of rationalize perception in reality?
Everyone kind of, thinks that, what they're perceiving is, really what's going on. But, you gotta try to make sure that you kind of know kind of who's all with who. It's one of those things where everybody's kind of got like a little bit of an ulterior motive to everything they're doing.
And Maggie, you have immunity, so this is a nice round for you to possibly create some action in order to forward your game. Has there been a lot of talk of Final 2s, Final 3s?
Yeah, definitely. I think this tribal council in particular is crucial. There's several threats around still, and that's kind of an issue because there's not one single person to target. People have different opinions based on, how they're playing of who that biggest target is.
So Nicole, how do you figure out which target is the one to get out, and if now's the right time to do it? Because you could have a physical target who could go on an immunity run. You could have a strategic target who could have numbers. Social target, talk their way to the end. When do you figure out which target is the best for which round?
I think we talked about this before, that every single one of them is a target. So you have to weigh them in, and I think it's at this point, because it is somewhat in an individual game, you have to weigh them in evenly.
And Jesse, how do you base this vote? Is it predictable, or are we expecting more unpredictability at this point in the game?
I mean, I'm always willing to accept the things that are unpredictable. I mean, this storm came in just at the right time because there's a storm of ruin at camp for sure.
Oh, Derek.
I'm nervous. I don't like Derek's got an idol. I do not have an idol. I told everybody I do not. Hopefully they can trust me. I haven't lied to them yet. I got no reason to lie.
And Bobby, what do you need to happen at this tribal?
I need this vote to be unanimous. It's crucial at this point with fixing to be 8 people left in the game. If it's not unanimous, then it's going to be really hard to pick out the next target.
So who does it need to be unanimous on?
You have to read the votes.
Nick? Nick, finish off the sentence. This vote will...
Draw the lines for the next phase of the game.
If they're going to vote me, it needs to be unanimous. If they're going to vote Nick, Serena, Nicole, whoever it is, it needs to be unanimous.
RJ, with the level of gameplay we've seen this season, when you hear Bobby say this vote needs to be unanimous, give me a percentage of the possibility of that even happening.
0.
All right. Well, with that, we will get to the vote. Jesse, you're up.
I told you all I wanted to get you out, and things go well. This is your time.
Third time's a charm. Your boy sneaks through once again. I'm still alive in this game, baby. I ain't going away soon.
Part of my consequence. Nick, I do not trust you. This is in hopes that if Nick has an idol, it ends up going your way.
Voting for. This vote's gonna be absolutely insane. No clue what's gonna happen, but hopefully we can flush out some idols and get out some targets.
All right, I'll go tally the votes. anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay, I'll read the votes. First vote, Bobby. RJ, that's 1 vote Bobby, 1 vote RJ. Nick, that's 1 vote Bobby, 1 vote RJ, 1 vote Nick. Derek, that's 1 vote Derek, 1 vote Nick, 1 vote RJ, 1 vote Bobby. Nick, that's 2 votes Nick. Bobby, that's 2 votes Bobby. Derek, that's 2 votes Derek. 2 votes Nick, 2 votes Bobby, 1 vote RJ. Nick, that's 3 votes Nick. Derek, that's 3 votes Derek, 3 votes Nick, 2 votes Bobby, 1 vote RJ. Derek, that's 4 votes Derek, 3 votes Nick, 2 votes Bobby, 1 vote RJ, 1 vote left. Nick, we have a tie. So, how this will work, everyone you will re-vote. Nick, Derek, you cannot vote. Everyone else, you will only cast your vote for either Nick or Derek. Serena, if you'll come grab the urn.
So that was between Derek and Nick, I guess, right?
I told you you were good, dude, but this tie really messed things up. I'm sorry, but it's gotta be you if it's not Bobby.
Wow. Dude, I'm not stopping till your one's gone.
You played a fascinating, hard, great game, and it was really fun to play with you.
All right, I'll go tally the votes. All right, I will read the votes. First vote, Derek. Nick, that's 1 vote Derek, 1 vote Nick. Nick, that's 2 votes Nick, 1 vote Derek. Nick, that's 3 votes Nick, 1 vote Derek. The 12th person voted off of Live to Give Corcoran Clash, and the 6th member of our jury, Nick. You need to bring me a torch.
Okay, good.
Nick, your tribe is spoken. Here to go. Good job, buddy. So that round there were 2 extra votes played. That's all I will say. Grab your stuff, head on back to camp.
Looks like your boy did not sneak through once again. It's a little unfortunate. I expected them to turn on me once I lost Ellie, but I didn't expect it at 9. Kind of expected the turning on me to happen at 8 when they didn't need me anymore. So that's when I was going to use my idol, and then hopefully I can make some stuff happen at 7.
but looks like they got me. One of my biggest mistakes is I actually should have played my idol on Elder at that tribal as soon as I saw that Ellie went home. I was up against the wall, my odds were against me, I knew it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys cheering me on and donating to my cause, the Young Inventors Challenge. So yeah, thank you so much for donating. Thank you so much for watching. And if you liked me, for me to come back. Cheers, guys.